next I gotta start looking up the wiring for these switches here, which there's quite a bit of wiring there for it. I'm sure most of them won't be used. And that's gonna be for the lights on the roof rack up there, which will also have quick disconnect. So this little cabinet lock I got kept bending. It's flimsy. And when I hit potholes, I have the struts pushing out, so it's always pressure wanting to opening this door. And then when I hit potholes, this bends, the latch releases and it comes off. So I upgraded it to a much more beefy one. I had to modify it, but still gonna mess around with it a little bit. This one's much stronger, so I shouldn't have that issue anymore. This will stay closed. I was hitting potholes on the highway, and then when I get off the exit and there's no more wind keeping this thing down, I'd look in my rearview mirror and see a moto compo. This thing would be just lifted up like that. I'd watch it in my rearview mirror slowly lift up. So yeah, this is a small but significant upgrade, and that's what happens when I keep driving this thing and learning little things that break. And so yeah. All right, I got these all wired up. I was gonna put all 4 in. I decided only to do 2. So when I get pulled over at H2O and the cops are blinding me with their spotlights, these swivel. I'll keep them aimed backwards and I can just blind them right back. But no, this should be helpful. So I was gonna put all 4. I was gonna have one there, one in the back facing this way. But the fact that they swivel means I don't really need that. So I don't know what I'm gonna do about the other 2, but for now, it's just these. Maybe I'll put the other 2 on the front. Not really sure. Maybe I'll put them on this roof rack over here. I don't know. I just think they're kind of neat. It's nice to have light at campgrounds. First when I pull up and everything, and I'm setting everything up or chopping firewood or whatever. So yeah, these will be super helpful. And it gave me an excuse to fill these keyholes. So that's it. I should add that I mounted these directly to the tent, used existing hardware that was on it. But that probably won't stay like that because separating the tent from the roof rack means I'll have to unscrew them. So I probably will just thread the square tubing on the roof rack in order to take the lights on and off, separate the tent from the roof rack, because I have the wiring attached to the rack and the lights attached to the tent, and then I have this quick disconnect plug right here that I put on. So yep. Also, I'm gonna redo this USB wire that I ran because it's got so much excess here. So I'm gonna have one that just stops right there, a female end, and then the male end will plug in, go up into this part of the tent, and that'll give me USB power for charging my phone inside. So I have a 3-foot one and a 6-foot one. This is the 6-foot one. So the 3-foot one will go there, and then the 6-foot one will attach and go up. All right, I'm finally back out here in the garage. It's been a long time since I've been out here. All the footage you guys are seeing in this video is like days and days apart, or sometimes weeks. So anyway, here's a big cardboard box from Honda. They gave me a lot of cardboard. I'm gonna cut it up and make a template of the floor here, or what I think is gonna be the floor. And then we're gonna cut it out of this giant piece of aluminum. Oh, it's okay. All right, so there's Zach. We've been going back and forth about ideas, if I should bring the floor from this all the way back or over, or have it step up. This engine cradle is a pain in the ass. It's heavy, I don't like it, but my suspension's on it. So cutting it is iffy, even though it's meant to hold all the torque of an engine, so it's not really that structural, but it is now because I put my tongue on it, and this is a weirdly shaped, curved thing, and I hate it, and it's in the way. So I proposed slicing it, sorry, I got a phone call, where that green laser is going across, and Zach said just cut it there and cap it off, cut it there and cap it off, and run square tubing all the way across, and then put that bolt in it, so my tongue will still be attached everywhere. So I think that's what we're gonna do, and then we'll just run the floor. It'll be at that height, the height of the tongue, all the way back, and we'll have to figure out blocking in the back part of the cradle, but we'll get it. Out. Stupid, weird shaped beam out. All right, so I just cut the floor out, and I'm just trimming the sides a little bit to get it to fit. So I'm just gonna test fitting it and just playing it by ear, but this is where it's at so far. Okay, here's the floor. Fits perfectly, but right now it's up about an inch because of the nuts and bolts underneath. In order to take the bolts out, I first need to do a tack weld there and a tack weld right there, so 2. Then I can remove the bolts and all this stuff will stay in place.
You can't even hear it too.
This thing's back. So for some reason there was like 7 of these praying mantises invading my garage and attacking me. It was scary. So I just got finished doing an oil change on the 96 NSX in preparation for H2O. My front tires are very bald. No place around me has the size that I need. Apparently it's getting to be an obscure size. So yeah, it looks like I'm gonna have to go with Yokohama's, I think, but I have to order them. So yeah, I just got finished playing musical stuff in my garage, moving things around so I can get the trailer on the car lift, back on the car lift, so that I can start welding for this floor. So that's what I'm gonna try doing right now. So I took the roof box off because it makes it a lot easier to do oil changes when it's not on there. And there's the trailer up here now. And everything's accessible underneath. So here's the floor. It's all jagged cut right now. I gotta sand everything down, but I also have to slide it all backwards and figure out how to connect it over here and then make walls. So, and I'm gonna have to make some kind of support here as well. So maybe some kind of X-brace. I don't know. So what I've done now is I just put a couple tacks right there, and right there. That being so I could unbolt these, lay the floor on, put my drill bit through to drill through the floor, and these bolts will be sticking up above the floor. I'll eliminate these washers. The floor will essentially be my washer. So Zach had to go, so I'm just finishing up. But what he was able to do was get these standoffs welded on the bottom here. Did one there and one there. And those will support the floor. I might do some more bracing across, or maybe some kind of X thing, or run more square tubing above this all the way back just to kind of support it in the middle here. It's pretty thick aluminum and it's not that big of a span across, but I am going to be putting some weight in there. The Moto Compo weighs about 100 pounds, and if I have it back here with a couple spare tires, you know, that's a lot of weight bouncing up and down, so it could theoretically bend it, but I don't think it's going to. Anything I do might really just kind of be overkill. So yeah, I'm gonna finish. I'm either gonna do little L brackets here and bolt these on, or I'm just gonna weld them right to it. And then I still have to do the walls on the inside. Because the NSX eats tires like crazy. I had to have these overnighted. Still waiting for the fronts. So I just took my die grinder, little sanding disc, and just went all the way around. I didn't do back there yet because I'm not sure if we're gonna go under that or up to it or what. I did this side too. So that way we have some place to tack up our walls, which I picked up some thin aluminum today. I'm gonna change the air suspension. I'm going to go to the Airlift 3P system. So I'm going to end up moving the management and moving the compressor. So I'm thinking I'll make some kind of like shelf back there to mount everything on. And so then once I do that, then I can cut these out. I can cut that mount out now, but I'll be able to cut that one out. I don't want to do it just yet, I don't think, because I'm not sure if I will get, since I'm going from a tankless system to one with a tank, I'm not sure if I'll get those items, or even if I do, if I'll have enough time to put them in before H2O. So for now, I believe that's going to stay how it is. It may interfere with our wall. It looks like it's gonna. I might have to at least cut off the bottom of it. But eventually that will be removed. That little circle thing right there is going to be removed. And this mount right here is going to be removed. And yeah, so we'll get our walls in and some kind of shelf there for electronics. Maybe something like this. And I'll put the air tank up there. Mount all my air suspension components there. Might lower it a little bit, and then I'll maybe just keep all my electronics there. Cut a hole here and make like a little cubby to put all my electronics underneath when that lifts up. Ah! That's gonna fall on me because I'm trying to weld through fucking plastic. Was that fun? I can't weld in that position, dude. I have to be sitting down like comfortable, or I'll just stick all my tungstens in aluminum and ruin them. That's what happens. Yeah. Alright, so this is where we're at now. I cut out the floor and that back shelf there and this wall, and then Zach tacked it all in for me. And instead of doing tacks all the way around, I think I'm going to do seam sealer to fill up any gaps on the inside and the outside. And this wall is what's left tomorrow. I think earlier I said that motor mount was going to stay in temporarily. Well, I think I'm just going to have to take it out in order to do that wall, because I got to get down there. So that's where we're at. I'm going to clean up now, and I will resume this video tomorrow. See you guys. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate the support. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe below, and stay tuned for more videos coming shortly. I try to release one every week. Thanks.